Let's talk from 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 20, 21. You know, the Bible talks about the place of service. And talking about the place of service, I'm talking about the place to serve. Jesus said the other day, he said, he did not come to be served, but he came to serve. So everyone that wants to be a master must first of all be a servant, because you cannot be a master until you are a servant. You know a good master from the place of his service. Any servant that serves well will be a good master. So we are talking today about the place of service. Remember Elisha in 1 Kings chapter 19, verse 21. Remember how Bible said he used to pour, the same Elisha that used to pour water in the hands of Elijah to wash his hand. That means Elisha used to pour water in the hands of Elijah, his master, to wash his hands. That's humility. That's great. But it's unfortunate today we don't have servants, we don't have people who are working for us, who are willing and ready to serve. Even in the church, in offices, and everywhere you find yourself, you hardly find people, young people, who are willing to serve, who are willing to submit, who are willing to humble themselves, who are willing to, you see, except you humble yourself, you cannot be lifted up. It is those who are humble that can be lifted up. Elisha humbled himself, pouring water into the hands of his master Elijah. And don't forget that we are talking about the place of service. Until you serve, nobody can serve you. You have to serve people for people to serve you. So if you are serving under somebody, remember that there was a man called Elisha who used to pour water into the hands of Elijah. But one day he became a master too. He became a master too, even though his own servant was not humble to him as he humbled to his master. But the good thing and the good news is that Bible records that he humbled himself and poured water into the hands of his master Elijah. See, Jesus himself humbled himself. Bible said he humbled himself even to the death of the cross. And because of this, God had highly exalted Jesus and had given a name that is above all names, that at the measure of his name, every knee shall bow. So you see, there is a reward in the place of service. Anyone that humbles himself and serve will have a reward. If you serve well, you will lead well. Everyone that serves well will lead well. The reason why we don't have good leadership, good leaders in our country, nation, Nigeria, and all over, even inside the church of God, is because they did not serve well. So when we learn to serve well, we'll be able to lead well. Let me say it again. You have to learn to serve well so that you can lead well. So you cannot be a leader, a good leader, until you serve well. So I like you to understand that Elisha humbled himself, pouring water in the hands of Elijah, his master. And then he became a master someday. And he became a very good master, because the Bible tells that he became a very good master. So now this time it did not matter what his own servant Gehazi had done or whatever he did or how he lived his life. But the important thing is that he was recorded that Elisha served well. So in the place of service, you are expected to serve well. Where is your place of service? What service do you render? As you're rendering service to people, remember to serve well. Remember to serve well so that tomorrow you too can be served. So until you serve well, you cannot be served. So anyone that wants to be at the top must be able to be from the floor. Nobody counts two until you count one. You must start from somewhere. Everybody started somewhere. No matter how great a man you see on earth or in life, there was some time on the floor. Everyone that is up today was down yesterday. There is nothing that started big today or is big today that did not start small. Nothing started big. Everything that is big today started small. So I want to encourage you, and I like you to make up your mind to be successful. And even as you're desiring to be successful, you must learn to be a servant, to serve, to submit yourself, to humble yourself, to place of humility, to serve, so that tomorrow people can serve you, and so that also you'll be able to lead those who are under you. Because if you don't serve well, you will not be able to lead well. Let me say that again. If you do not serve well, you will not be able to lead well. So if you want to lead well tomorrow, you must be able to serve. And that has to do with humility. That has to do with submission. That has to do with obedience. That has to do with, your ability to listen. We are in a generation where people don't want to listen anymore. You tell them anything, they don't want to listen. Nobody wants to listen. They only hear, but they don't listen. There's a difference between hearing and listening. So when you hear, you're not When you are not in obedience, then you are not listening. Obedience comes from the place of listening. Anyone that obeys you has listened to you. The one who hear you may not actually do what he has heard. So the Bible says we should do what we have heard. We should not just hear the word of God, we should do it in obedience. So the Bible wants us, the Bible has made it clear to us that if we humble ourselves, God will lift us up. So everyone that wants to be great in life must embrace humility, must stay in obedience, must not relent in effort, resilient. You must be able to push forward. You must be able to stretch. Sometimes you may not be favorable. Sometimes you may not be too comfortable. Sometimes you may not be, but you have to stretch. All right. So these are the things that the Lord wants us to do. So I just came to let us discuss with us about the place of service, because the place of service is very, very important. If you don't serve, you will not be served. And if you don't serve well, you will not be a good leader. So for you to be a good leader, for you to lead well, you must serve well. If our leaders all over learn to serve well, if they had been in the place of service to serve well, Nigeria and the world at large will not be in what we are now, will not be where we are now. So I pray to God that God will help you. I pray to God that wherever you are hearing me and listening to me, God will help you. God will give you ability. God will give you enablement. God will give you capacity. God will give you power. God will give you wisdom, ideas that will make you to be able to end well. Thank you very much and stay blessed. God bless you.